All right, guys. So here's a thing we're gonna do. We're gonna do a thing. Are you ready? You want to do a thing? So I was gifted. Again, I'm telling you, I have samples upon samples back there. I was gifted um, graciously by Old Fashioned Ways. Amazing people, amazing. Doc's an amazing person. I was gifted samples of the entire line of the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof from last year. The 2023 edition, the A123, the B523, and the infamous C923. And if y'all don't know anything about the C923, it had, whatever. There was a bunch of people talking that it was trash, that it was good, whatever. I don't personally, I don't care. I don't follow all that. I'm just doing a thing. So I've had these whiskeys poured into Glencairns separately. I'm not going to do like a blind review or anything like that. I'm going to go through these. I'm going to taste each one of them. I'm going to sample them. I'm going to then pause, go back through, do all the things. You know how we do, and then tell you which one I like the best. Period. That's it. So let's get into it. But before we do, please make sure that you follow, like, subscribe, and everything that I'm doing. If you want to, if you don't, it's fine. I don't care. And please check out our sponsors, Bad Motivator Barrels and Z Smith Whiskey and Mixology. And as the taping of this recording, my Instagram is down. So if you want to get in contact with me, please go to Whiskey Shaman Podcast at Gmail. Yeah, I'm working on it, but it's just one of those things. Anyway, so let's get into it. Let's get into A. So A123 is a 12-year-old. There's not a whole lot of other specs on it. 125.6 proof. On the nose, it's oaky for sure. Oaky from Muskogee. Vanilla, toffee, walnuts. So like almost burned walnuts. Granola, a little bit of a granola note, which is grain, obviously. So you're going to get that. And the mash bill on all of these should be 78% corn, 12% barley, 10% rye. So it does have rye in the mash bill. This is not a wheated mash bill. It's not larceny, obviously. All right, let's go into it. You always have to have the first sip and just let it go through. So, small, tiny amount. Right away, it hits you. It hits you for sure. It's 125, so it's not. I mean, it's high proof. Don't get me wrong. And all of these are high proof, but it's not like hazmat proof. You know what I mean? It's a little over barrel entry proof. I don't know what their barrel entry proof is. I should have looked that up. I'm sorry. I'm guessing it's 125. I don't know. If you guys know, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, it's all right. So now I'm going to go back into A. I let it hit my tongue so I could acclimate to the alcohol inside it. So now I'm getting vanilla, cherry cola, a little bit of cherry cola, a little bit of leather, maybe a tobacco. When I say all of those notes, I mean it's old and dusty. Does that make sense? It's like you walked into an old bookstore and it smells like old books. You know what I mean? Or you walk into a library, it smells like old books. You walk into a boot shop and it smells like leather in there. It's kind of what we're getting at here. The A, and I'm going to try and do this quick, but I'm not quick, so you're just going to have to deal with me. The rye comes through quite a bit. For only being 10% rye, it comes through fairly well. It's has some spiciness to it. It has a lot of like the granola notes that I was talking about, it does taste a lot like granola. But granola with like a dark, like either a molasses or not molasses. Yeah, molasses, almost like a burnt sugar, right? It's not bad. It's not bad. Let's move on to B. So B should be a little easier for me since I've acclimated to A already. So let's see, and then I'll go through all these again and tell you which one I like the best. So B523. This was released in May of last year. It's 11 years, 5 months. One of the youngest barrel proofs they have. 124.2 proof. So I'm guessing the barrel entry proof isn't 125 because I don't think it would go down in. It could. It very well could. But okay, so this one is a lot more floral, which is strange. It's not strange, but it's just a lot more floral. By floral, I mean honeysuckle, rose hips, stuff like that. But if you get your nose in there, it's hot. It's hot for sure. If you get your nose in there. I did a major food paw. Once again, water. I'm sorry, guys. I am a professional. I'm not a professional. Trained, yes, but not a professional. Okay. This one's a lot more floral. And then you get baking spices, and you don't get the granola on this one at all. What I consider granola on A. And we'll see what happens. I'll obviously go through it again. We'll see what happens. This one is has a lot more vanilla, and maybe a cherry. It's a lot dusty corn, like when you open a feed sack, that dustiness that hits you in the face. Let me give one more. Sorry, I make those stupid faces, but this one's a lot smoother to me. And I hate the word smooth, but it's a lot smoother on the taste. And it leaves you with a lingering tannin quality at the bottom of your tongue. It's a very strange sensation, but it's there. And it leaves you with a almost a coffee note. Okay. I'm trying to think if I taste anything else, but I don't think I do. Now, let's go on to C. Let's move on to C. C923. This one's had a lot of controversy. Some people say it sucks. Some people say it's one of the best ones they've ever had. This one is 13 years, 7 months. It's almost a 14-year-old, well, not 14, but 13 and a half-year-old bourbon, which is a big deal. This one, to me, on the nose is raspberry. Like the astringency of a raspberry. It's like you eat a raspberry. They're almost spiky to the taste. That's the way I look at it. Burned honey. Have you ever burned honey? Yeah. Graham cracker. And like leather working or maybe a woodworking kit. You ever had when you were a kid, you had those wood burners? You would burn wood. Similar to that. Could I have water? I have water, right? I'm just trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure that the one before is rinsed out because this is the one with all the controversy. I want to make sure I give it a not that anybody cares about my freaking opinion, right? It's my opinion, but and this one is the highest proof of the three. Doesn't like it. Doesn't drink like it. What am I getting? It's really muted. really is. It's really kind of muted on its taste. I get a barrel tannin, obviously. I'm not getting a whole lot of heat from the proof. A little bit maybe, but not super bad. It's a great movie, by the way. Um, um, man, that's strange. That's strange. It kind of falls flat at the end, which that's disappointing. That's disappointing. I'm obviously I will go through these again, but which I'm going to do here in a second. So you guys just hold on one second, and I'm going to go through these again. I'll come back and I'll let you know which one is my favorite, or whatever that means to you. If you guys are waiting to pick up a bottle, just waiting for me to tell you or whatever. All right. So I went through these again, obviously. Oh, there's a little bit left. This is A. And I'm going to tell you the honest truth, which I know that's what you want, right? You want the honest truth that I can give you. I don't like any of them. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it right out. I don't. Okay. Don't like is a kind of a harsh word. I don't prefer any of these profiles at all. If I had to pick one, and you were holding a gun, which don't hold a gun to my head, there is a drip of B. If you were holding a gun to my head, don't hold a gun to my head, but at the same time, if you were holding my gun to my head and I had to pick, C. It's a 13-year, the one that has so much hype, and they were checking SKUs and stuff like that. Doc, I'm sorry, but I don't know if it's your SKU or if it's my taste. I think you said that you enjoyed this one. It falls flat. C falls flat. At the back end, for a 13-and-a-half-year-old whiskey, it falls flat at the back end. I am not a, writer for Whiskey Advocate or anything like that, but I know my way around a whiskey, and to me, on the back end, this one falls flat. A is a solid whiskey. It would be great in an old fashioned, but you don't want to send a Elijah Craig barrel proof in an old fashioned. You can. I mean, I do it all the time. I don't have very many of them. I think all the ones I have are from the 22 or 21, whatever. I didn't pick up any of them this last year. For 23, I didn't pick any of them up. Couldn't find it. They're really hard to find in my area. How do you like the little beard? It's coming in. I'm actually pulling on it. It's pretty nice. A was solid. It had a note on it that I didn't like. I liked the granola note that was in there, but I did not like the finish. The finish, it didn't fall flat like C. It just gave me a little tannic tinge. So if I had to pick, B, the youngest and the weakest of the three would be my pick. I don't really. I mean, I love that I got these samples, and I still have a little bit. I have enough for another dram of B and all of them. I would like to, have somebody else try it and see what they think. I'm gonna bring it to my cousin. I'm gonna bring these up to my cousin, have him try them out and see what he thinks, because he's in he's getting into whiskey, and I want him to try it as well. And see what he thinks. Not that it matters. It's all personal opinion and what you think. If you think that C is the best whiskey out there, then good for you. If you think that A is the best whiskey for it, I'm saying that B is not the best whiskey I've ever had. Obviously, I've had much better whiskeys. But at the same time, if I had to pick out of these three, one bottle it would be B. It would be B523. Um, why, I don't know. It was lighter. It wasn't as harsh. And maybe I don't like barrel proof for Elijah Craig. Maybe that's what it is. I have some Larceny barrel proof as well. I don't care for them either. So maybe I don't like that profile. Maybe I don't like the Heaven Hill profile. I don't know. Anyway, um, I do like some of the whiskeys that are coming out of there. The Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. I have a private select that is pretty good. It's only a 9-year. It's pretty good. I don't know. I don't know. This kind of turned a little bit. And I don't want to be negative about Elijah Craig. They're doing amazing things. And Elijah Craig, if you're out there and you're watching this, please hit me up on my Gmail, and let's talk. Let's talk about this, and you know, we can go from there. But it to me, and this is my personal opinion. Take that for what it is. Opinions are like your old backside. Everybody's got one, and they stink. So whatever. But you guys are here to watch a review of it. None of them stand out. None of them stand out as being amazing. You know what I mean? Like, I've had some whiskeys that are just amazing. I've had some stag picks. I've had some Texas whiskeys that are just amazing whiskeys. And none of these three are just like standout amazing. B523 wins. B523 wins for me personally. But at the same time, take that for what it is. Did I talk to you about our sponsors already? Bad Motivator Barrels and C. Smith Whiskey and Mixology. Please go check those guys out. Please. It helps me. It helps you. They're doing cool stuff. The barrels are freaking awesome. I can't point to it right there. The barrels are awesome. There's the Infinity. Over there. There's the Infinity barrel. It's still going. There's a new bottle back there. Yeah, we're going to get into that. All right. Anyway, B523 was my winner, and I'm sorry for all the sea lovers. It is what it is, and I am not the bourbon aficionado. I like all whiskeys. I enjoy all whiskeys. Every little bit of whiskey, give it to me, right? So maybe this wasn't my hit, and that's fine. But at the same time, yeah, it wasn't for me. But anyway, until next time, you know what to do. Keep your